Hey guys, Brent at KrugerFarms.com here again. Talk a little bit about finesse baits, kind of when to use them, why to use them, and how to use them. So basically I use a finesse bait when the bite is tough, when I have to use light line, super clear water, fish are finicky, then maybe the cold fronts come through and they don't want to eat anything moving. So I'm going to use a small bait. I'm really going to slow it down. First finesse bait we're going to talk about is just a straight tail finesse worm. It doesn't really do anything. You're just going to cast it out, work it slow, retrieve it, and it's going to work just like a typical worm, except it doesn't have a tail that's going to move around or anything. I'll rig this typically on a exposed hook jig, light line, light hook. Key is a light wire hook. And then all you're going to do is cast it out, and you're going to retrieve it off the bottom, hopping it a little bit, working it slow. This is a good way to cover water but still be finesse. The other way we're going to talk about is when you know fish are there and you don't need to cover the water, you're just trying to catch them. This is a good way to cover some water but still downsize your baits. Go ahead. One of the other popular baits for finesse is just a straight tail minnow. Basically, it's kind of like the worm, straight tail, not a lot of action. One of the more popular baits is this new jackall crosstail shad. This isn't something you can just cast out and jig. It's a little too small for that. So what I typically do is I'm going to rig it on a drop shot. All a drop shot is I have a line going up to my rod, and I have a hook, and I have about 12 to 18 inches of line running down to a sinker. What that does, that sinker's on the bottom, and I'm just presenting that bait about a foot off the bottom, and it's just sitting right in front of the fish's nose. Now, if you know there are fish around, there is no better way to get them to bite than a drop shot, because it is in front of their face and it drives them absolutely crazy. Make sure to check out KrugerFarms.com for the full selection of finesse baits.